Welcome to the Style and Vibes podcast with me, Mikelah. I'll be giving you the inside scoop on music, fashion, culture, and more from Caribbean celebrities and tastemakers across the globe, pushing our culture with authenticity and, of course, style and vibes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Style and Vibes podcast. I am your host, Mikelah, and of course, I'm joined by some friends for Bring the Vibes today. So I'm really excited about this episode. You know, I've been thinking about a lot of the content ideas that I've wanted to do, and this is actually one that I've wanted to do for a while. But I needed a good panel of people for talk the things them. So today we have our good friend Chris, who is back, you know, from a previous episode. He is the associate publisher of Where It's At magazine. We are joined by Kerry-Ann Brown, the producer and owner of Breadfruit Media. So she produced the thing. And we have our sister podcast under Breadfruit Media, Alexandria. Well, our sister podcast host, Alexandria Miller of Strictly Facts podcast.
Purr, 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 purr.
The thing sell off.
The thing sell off. So today I kind of wanted to talk about songs that we hate, love to hate, or just are really tired of. And I think, you know, it's an interesting conversation just because I think I have the list, so we have some similarities, but we didn't really get into the why, the how. So I'm curious to hear your guys' perspective. And of course, you know, there's going to be crazy banter going back and forth between all of us. So, Kerry, me know say you always a burst out of the seams to talk about that one song where you have for your number one list. So
Which song? Which one we starting off with? The ones that we absolutely hate.
the ones that you absolutely hate. So which ones are the songs first that you hate? And I only know this because she and I have had conversations, and this is kind of what sparked this podcast episode.
All right. So the number one song. I mean, it's a tie equally for these two songs, but one song at a time. One song at a time, yes. Lumidi.
First of all, why we have the same number one?
Hate it. Dislike it with a passion.
Why?
She just off key the whole time. And it's like they played it so much, and I was just like, this person is not singing good. So I just like it's beyond, it's off key, pitch, everything just wrong. Just wrong.
It's so funny because I remember I was a freshman in college, and my roommate, she came home, and she likes Caribbean music. She liked a lot of reggaeton. And she was just like, what's that song? It's on that rhythm that you always play. And I'm like, what song are you talking about? She's like, it's a girl, and she's like singing. And I'm like, is it? And I told her that it's the Diwali rhythm. And she's like, yes. And I played it for her. I was like, there's no girl on this rhythm for this song. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So she's like, no, there's a girl on the song. And I'm just like, I have no. And hear me think say me a big rhythm person. Me know what me I know, and how she a come in, and she on a yardie, and she know more than me. So I'm like, I really don't know what you're talking about. Come to find out, I heard it on the radio, and I was just like, oh, this wasn't part of the original. So I found out like it was like a mix. So apparently, like, I think the producer is Ted Smooth on it, and he just basically put her voice on the rhythm because the rhythm had been out for a while, and it just got almost like a second wind, especially with crossover radio at that time. So, but it was, like you said, completely off key. And it's just crazy how many people really, really love that song. So I don't know. What do you guys feel about that song? Chris, Alexandria?
You go first, Alexandria.
Okay, let me preface this with saying there I'm not aging anybody when I say this, but there's an age discrepancy amongst the group. And so when
I
this song
did.
came out, I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm just trying to clarify what I'm about to say. When the song dropped, I think I was in primary school, like decent primary school. So me don't know nothing about pitch and key. Me just that I go on with myself. So I wouldn't say that I deplore this or passionately dislike in the same way, because at the time I did not have the music ear that I do now. So I will say that.
Me no like it. That song that fit us bun. No, no. I mean, you know what it is? It is a song that gets on my nerves. I mean, every time, and then there's another
That's the
one.
only part that sounded fine. After the
No, but
uh-oh, it
no,
was
no.
You
It
want
it
me to
just
stay?
yeah.
I
yeah, never,
believe.
yeah. No, no. But there's another one you did say, Kerry. Cheese. That one was the one at the top of my list, and I don't know how I missed that one. Um. Oh God, Kerry,
So
you
we
know
are
the
go
song.
Very
so we
number.
go so we're going to
Oh,
number two.
no. Okay, it's all right. We're
Oh,
not. Bad man not play number two, number three. No, me stop joking. Joking, jokes. This is just jokes.
We had to.
All right, good. No,
no,
number
which
two.
other song was that? I don't remember. I mean, unless it's on my
The
list.
other song was another. It was another group of women singing,
Okay,
or
that's my number two. Me wait for the
oh,
host for cue
okay,
me
all right.
on that one.
Sorry, sorry,
Right?
sorry.
So we
No,
still
Yes.
up
no.
on number one.
I mean, I think to Alexandria's point, I think it's interesting that she probably has a different recollection of the song, just because, I think. So, did you hear it and you liked it, or like just because of
I
it's
think I heard it
sing-songy?
amongst, yeah, I heard it amongst the other Diwali songs, so it wasn't. And I obviously, I mean, you can't go wrong when you chat about Diwali rhythm, right? And so it was always kind of mixed in there, but
Yeah,
never like play out in a way for me really sit down and analyze the song. But I do remember, I think the music video was on 106 in Park or something like that, and that was
yeah,
my childhood. So I was like, yeah. And I guess I think maybe the inner child in me at that point was like, I guess we're getting some sort of representation on 106 in Park them time there as as a kid. So I will say, I mean, I can definitely heed to my auntie here in the listening to the tone and the pitch of the song though.
I think that's interesting. She also brought up 106 in Park, which I didn't even think about, is
Hmm.
the videos that kind of accompanied it, and I think that the video was very New York based.
Hmm.
They did it like in probably Uptown and Washington Heights.
Heights, yep.
But at the same time, I'm sure Sean Paul's Get Busy video was out, as well as Wayne Wonder's No Letting Go. So that
Rookie,
was
all
like
of them.
the culmination of representation of videos for the Caribbean in a crossover mainstream avenue on 106 in Park. So I thought that was cool. All right, so we're gonna slide into the next one. Kerry.
Alexandria one.
Mm-hmm.
Alexandria not tell you which one she hit.
Oh yes. Which
We
one
are
do
do
you hate?
hate or we are do overplayed. We're
No,
Hit.
doing
hate,
hate.
hate.
Lord.
And then Chris has to go with his hate.
Oh, yikes. All right, I feel like some people might drape me up for this, but I'm sticking with it because this is my opinion. Um, said there was a certain point when me said, boy, cartel fever, me no know. Me say, wow. I love no at the moment, at the time, me love this song, Me love this song, that's why I said people are gonna drape me up and I'm sticking with it. It's okay. It's all right. I'm here for it. People can have other opinions. That's fine. But yeah, at a certain point I said, all right. I was over it and that was me. So yeah.
So say it with your chest. Say
I
it before.
did. Did I not? Did I
So
not?
you are saying
Yes.
cartels fever.
I
Yes.
hate that shit
Or
way.
yes.
Don't play it again.
Yes,
That
right.
hit
I
in our
there
heart.
are but
All
there
of
are
it just saw.
but look at
Just
cartel catalog. look at Cartel's catalog. You could play several Cartel songs. I said, all right, Fever did its time.
Hmm.
Over
Hmm.
Ramping Chop?
Okay, but see, now you're getting tricky
Sorry.
because
All right. We're not
this
going
is,
like,
Getting
we're not
hold
tricky
going.
on,
because we're
me,
entering spice zone.
right, and I'm a spice slander free zone. So anything that spice do, me not take no check. So that is why I said, me go say Fever over Ramping Shop.
Okay.
Right,
All
that's
right.
I'll
it.
take
All right.
Fever
All right.
over
Chris.
Ramping Shop. But okay, that's a different
We're not
conversation.
go, we can't go too deep into that conversation
Right,
there because it's gonna go in our rabbit
right.
hole and yeah. Chris, what's your hate?
You're upon mute.
Mute. Sorry, I was muted. I've got to remember. See, I don't remember the songs that are listed as the ones I hate. Um, I remember listing Overplayed, but hate. The song that I hate, I think, is Kerry's number 2. That's the one where me hit it, burned me. But I can't remember the name of the song.
All right.
So
It's
I
rich
would
girl.
Rich girl.
If
Rich
I was a
Girls,
rich
yes.
girl,
If I was a rich
that was
girl, na 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 na. That song,
that was on my
I
list.
want to shake somebody, like
Yeah.
shake
Mm-mm.
somebody. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
don't play that song.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
It's
so
it.
universally that's on all our lists.
That song is like when somebody goes to a chalkboard and it goes, yeah. That's what that song does to me.
I,
That's yeah.
I
And it's so
agree.
funny that song has been remade so many times by, and then I think it got played in the 90s over and over again. And then when Gwen Stefani and Eve did it, it got a whole new resurgence. And then now it reached the reggaeton market. So it's getting like it has legs and a life of its own. So at least they're making I hope they're making money off the record
I
the
mean,
way that
hey,
it's being
listen, I'm
sampled.
not hating on the artist. It's just
Yeah.
a song that annoys me.
I think it's also because it's a uniquely piercing sound that
Yes.
just
Mhm.
it's over and
Na
over
na
and
na na na
over.
na 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 na
No,
na
no, no,
na
no.
na
Yeah,
na.
Yeah, it
yeah.
sounds like a nagging song. Yeah.
It's like, stop, don't do it anymore.
All right, Chris, you kind of transitioned us into songs that you're tired of.
Oh
And I
yeah, I
know you
did,
had a
didn't I?
few in that realm. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna let you go first this
All
time.
right, all right. So big up to my brethren, Sean Paul. Yeah, man, you don't know. Dirty. Yeah, you don't know. But give me the lights. Oh gosh.
Just give me the
I felt like if I hear it one
light.
more time, I'm like, and again, I said that because I felt like he had a catalog. You know, there were other songs, but that was the song that people just play over and over and over again. And what that speaks to is DJ's lack of originality. DJ is just falling into this, oh, everybody else is playing it, so I'm gonna play it. You know, so that's my biggest pet peeve too, going to parties when it's like everybody I play the same mix. So what make you different? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to hear more. There's other Sean Paul songs, there's other songs, period. Just give me the light. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yo, yo.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And
I'm a Sean Paul free. You
me,
can't
I'm a
chat
Sean
all
Paul
the man
fan.
around me.
Listen,
Me
me a
not be
Sean
snake
Paul
now.
fan. Listen, me have fun. Me take picture with the
Yeah.
man. Listen, give me the lights. Played at my wedding when I was married. Right, give me the light. Play. That was the
Mhm.
entry song. So it's back then it was tough, but me said me still I hear it now. Like them I rinse it. Like I'm. You should play the song because the song is good. I'm just saying it was overplayed.
Yeah.
Overplayed.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
I think that's what happens when it kind of crosses over. And the bad thing about it, and it probably still happens today, is when it crosses over to either an urban DJ or a all format DJ, is they don't set up the song the way that
Right. Right.
they don't set up the songs
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. They just play it, or they play it in the same sequence that you've heard it over and over, or
Exactly.
they play it in the break. Like if you go to like
Right.
an all format party and they play reggae music, it's like the time that people go get their drink, and then the people that
Mm-hmm.
like reggae stay on the dance floor. And this
Mm-hmm.
might be aging me too in terms of my
It's
partying
it's
days.
okay. We just
But yeah,
older.
like anytime I would go to like a hip hop party, there was always like a dancehall segment. So whereas if you go to a dancehall party, there's a hip hop segment. So it's the reverse. And because we didn't hear the hip hop in the same manner all the time, and then because they were so creative, they're talking and telling a story, and then play the song, so it sounds different. And to our credit, Caribbean DJs just nice up the thing. I was spoiled because we like the stories will go with the song them.
But I think what a lot of Caribbean DJs fall into is they have a routine. Like, you once somebody play a song, I can tell, okay, them I run this song, them I gonna run this song. So even I mean
I
I
think
mean
that's
just
the case now,
yeah,
but
just mix it
before
up.
I feel like there was a little bit more creative, or I was more excited. I don't know.
Mix them predictable bad.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them I feel like yes. Now they've gotten a little lazy. Yeah. So what are your thoughts, Alexandria?
For a next song, okay, I am going to say I feel like the young people that might drip me up, but that's fine.
Ram forget drip up today.
I also don't business. Anywho, Briscoe's Code. Listen, first of all, I didn't even know what this song
What
was.
name, sir?
Exactly, but me I go, you go know in a second. You never see everybody a chat about ensure. Everybody there I dance hall and I street dance them a chat about ensure. Okay,
I think
well,
No.
I saw it
No, I don't
on.
there.
know.
I
Okay, this is
saw it
the
on
Chris
Sing the
never
TikTok.
said
song.
it
Sing
in
the
video.
song. Sing the song. Sing a verse of the song.
No, she
No.
not gonna do it. Mm-mm.
no.
I'm gonna send it to
Okay,
you right now, Chris.
right after we'll say it. No, sir.
I
I
saw like people pouring ensure, and it's kind of
ensure
like
and
simulating
yes, and
an
so before
orgasm in a
But
before
how
party.
with
I
the box cover front and
that's what
back?
I'm
I'm gonna
Yeah,
saying.
send you the
yeah.
video.
So
No,
I
no,
mean,
Chris.
it was too overly sexualized for me, so I
Right.
didn't even go
And
down
so
that rabbit hole.
before I properly even knew the song, I was seeing these videos floating around on social media. I mean, I say,
Okay.
oh, I say, "Wagwan, like what is happening?" And yes, are we sexually free culture? Sure, but I thought that was a step too far. And so it's not a disrespect to Briscoe. I don't know, maybe me up saying get a insure deal from them, one little trumps from them or something. But yeah, I was a little bit thrown off by the whole everything that was happening in the street dance them.
I mean, clearly we were all thrown off. We were so thrown off. We were like
So yeah.
outside of the spectrum. All right.
So so can
Okay.
I do something? I just realized I the song that really I should have talked about is all right, wanna ready?
We're ready.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Skillibang. Crocodile teeth. Listen, me know people are gonna vex, and me no kita. Me no care. That song there, I don't understand. So Skillibang, I guess is rated as this big artist, and he's amazing and he's outstanding, but I don't understand it. So maybe it's because I'm too mature, me gone up in an age, but lyrically, me not get it. So yeah, that one there. I noticed on the silent.
I think I've just aged out of that. I have my gunman tune when me like.
Yeah, my
And
gunman
I
tune and
already
me like.
have my arsenal of gun tune
Yeah,
when me like.
yeah,
Me no need no more.
yeah.
I will leave
Crocodile
that to the
teeth.
young people.
The young
Crocodile
people just
teeth.
a
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
The
The
person
young
that me
people
And
like.
then
them
what the
just
next
a
one
come.
name?
And them something me dep on. And them something me dep on.
Me not understand
Well,
it. Me
You
not
big bad and
understand.
brave.
Yeah.
And them me
Me
grow up
no
in
care
the
where you're bad from or the ends where
Yeah.
you're bad from.
Yeah, you know what I say?
so I feel like the people that I gonna say we howler.
We howl.
So me forgot skip part. And yeah. Yeah.
Me don't know, cause me got dance and me do things them to one like a skilly bang song. You have to give him props though. He's going with a lot of things right now. He's on various
He is, but
records.
I just feel like it's
Um,
so
you know,
it's relegated
So
to one
are we okay?
30
This is my
seconds of the
question.
song.
What are we analyzing for? Right? Because there are
I
different
want
elements.
talent,
All right, all
talent.
right. Say all right, Chris.
I mean,
Hear
I
you.
mean,
I think this is another conversation, not the
yeah.
Right.
song that
That's
we
what me I
fired out.
say. That's
Because
what me I say.
wait, we're gonna go in a territory where it's like,
No man, me
Mm,
like I like a skilly bang, so me
okay.
I'll
you know,
push
I
back
mean,
on that.
like Mikelah said, I'm not, it's like me age out, my granny I take
Yeah.
life. So, you know, my inner granny I take life. So, me
Granny
age out
walk
of
and rock, granny walk and rock. Let me stop.
listen. I'm very confident into where I am musically, but you know, it is what it is. So that said, we're going to keep on task and not have family
Yes.
World War Six.
That's true.
No,
Right?
no.
True.
We have to do a part two
Right.
because that's a rabbit hole again.
Yes.
So my pick is kind of a tie of Overplayed, Red Rat tight up skirt, and Vegas heads high. Again, for the same reasons. Overplayed, not set up well, lazy DJing, etc. So we're gonna go to one where it's hate overplayed and Lord Jesus. Despise.
Well,
Well, despise and hate is the same thing, but we
yes.
had three of
Let me
them.
tell you what annoy me. Me go tell you what annoy me.
Annoying,
Yes.
yes.
What annoys me, limb by limb, I mm-mm.
Limb by limb, we have to cut them down.
See me. Yeah, no. Me
The
The
hit
hit
man
man
a
a
come.
come. Me just can't done.
And I feel like that song had like a real hit in the hip hop parties because I don't know what it is, but um that song annoyed me and I love Capleton, but the remix to tour, the hip hop tour version, it annoys me. I don't like
You
it.
and I will disagree on that one forever. I think
Mm-mm.
I love that
After me
one.
from Jamaica go a fine pan tour.
No, you're going too fast for the hip hop
Oh, that's
version.
the
That's the
the
original.
Yeah,
original.
me know, me
The
know, me
hip
know, me
Yeah.
hop
know, me know.
version, it's slowed down,
I
and
know,
everybody
I
knows
know,
to me like
I
come
know,
with a
I
PS.
know.
Come with a PS. I don't. Yeah, those are the two songs that they annoy me.
It's funny because I have a cutty ranks, but it's wait them on. Oh, that
Oh,
I
that's a
come.
come.
Add that.
Wait them.
Add that. Add that.
They're
Add
not
that.
the same song, but they're on the same rhythm.
Mm.
And I
Oh my
don't
god.
mind limb by limb. Limb by limb is a good man too.
It annoys me though. Like I think again,
But it's talking
it's
about a guy
annoying
with a
because maybe
shit.
it's borderline on overplayed. But even if it's over the overplayed items on my list, I could still tolerate them to a
Yeah.
certain degree. It's right there in the middle between like I don't hate it, but play it one more again and maybe it just
Somebody I gotta get box.
yeah. Just turn on the radio.
All
Turn
right,
it off.
Alexandria, what annoying song you have in your arsenal?
It's funny because Chris bring up my song already. My next one was Sean Paul Give Me the Light. That was going to be my song. And interestingly enough, this one was a childhood song for me again. So at the time I really enjoyed it.
Let us note the cross generational um
Right.
you
We have commonalities.
yes,
Right,
yes,
right,
yes.
Commonalities.
right, right,
Across the
right.
generation. So
But
very interesting.
my next can I do my next one because it's the same
Mhm.
artist? Okay. I did not initially have a problem with temperature. When it was the pitney them of a different hue, read that as you may, in my class that were coming to me and trying to sing the song Temperature, I said, now the song is starting to get on my nerve because they were not saying the correct words. So me I said, am I now? Am I the teacher? No, because clearly they're not saying what Sean Paul is saying. So yes, that was my next one. But I don't know if that was true to the song or just the environment around me surrounding the song.
You know
Curious,
what's
what were they
funny?
saying?
What a great question, because it wasn't the words that Sean Paul was saying, but it's all right.
Go ahead, Gary.
I love temperature because it reminds me of like a jump rope game
Mm.
from Jamaica. So every time I hear, well, I'm on the way to time, I feel like 1, 2, daddy by what TV give me. Like that's what I hear because of the rhythm. Brr,
Yes.
brr, brr, brr. That's kind of what I hear. So
That's
I just
probably
think
where it came from.
maybe
Jesus, Gary.
what happened?
You're
What me
good,
do?
man.
What me do? But that's
You're
what I
good.
hear every time he used to 1, 2, daddy and jump for the jump. That's what I heard. So I like it because I just heard that little rhythm in there somewhere. But I also kind of see where Alexandria, and I think that's a commonality, like when the music hits other cultures, how we feel very differently about the music, especially if them destroy the words or whatever. So it's very interesting, a pattern that we've picked up, whether how it's played in a hip hop party or other people who misinterpret the words, which is another episode that we have coming about words we hear and what the song actually say. So
Mhm.
I think that's interesting. So my songs that are annoying and overplayed are Action and Everybody Falls in Love.
No.
Listen, you don't live in a New York, so
Okay,
almost every other
fine.
day on a particular radio station, I guarantee m- this one of them two song is playing. Guarantee.
I mean, I agree. There was we'd get a little reggae dancehall segment in Miami on Miami radio, and I would be in the car driving home with my mom and be like, all right, them give you a blind. So me take a song, but I like it. I love Everyone Falls in Love. That's just
It's
me.
not that I don't like the song, but they play it so regular. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, can we hear another song?
Hmm.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, the one that I think just please, I don't want to hear it anymore. And enough respect to Don Penn, your legend. Oh no,
For the
no, no,
people, for the
no, no,
people.
no, 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 not one more time. No, no. and
I
and and I,
agree. That's
and I
that's
love
another one up there that
yeah
I'm
man,
like,
yeah man,
yeah,
yeah
they
man, yeah
overplayed
man.
this song.
Yeah. It every time I hear it, I like I just need to go. I need to go outside. I don't smoke, but I need to take a smoke break. Like,
That's your time to go and take
yeah,
a
that's my time to take a break. Let's go to the bar. Let's get some drinks.
I mean, it is it is to the point where I don't know if Don Penn sing another song. That's just how much they just
Did
play.
she? No, he's not. I'm joking. I'm joking.
but I'm wondering the same way that we're tired of these songs. I always
Are the
wonder if
artists?
artists are tired
Yeah.
of performing. I think I remember, and don't hold me to this, listeners, but I remember, I think, hearing an interview with Eve, and she said there's a song in her catalog that she doesn't like performing, and I can't remember what it was, but that was like the first time I had heard a artist admit that they like, I just
Was
don't
it
like.
the Love Is Blind one? I
It's
don't.
not Love Is Blind. I want to say it might be either Who's That Girl or like her first single. Got a man that I think I'm gonna love forever and forever we'll be together. Like I can't remember what it was, so please don't hold me to it. But I'm just like I was surprised because it's just like it's your catalog. So at least she has other songs. But if you only have one song or two songs that people, you know, and it's what has garnered you so much success, because what they say, you only need one song to make a hit, really and truly. And these artists are kind of uh getting sampled over and over and over again, which I think is pretty cool. So even though we think it's overplayed, I'm curious to, I would be curious to know if they're tired the same way, or if they just like, well, this is my business and this is how I make money, so it don't matter if I'm tired or not. I'm gonna get on this stage and sing that tune, yeah. So I can't sing it no more. So I think there were some really common themes around, oh, just hearing the songs over and over in that repetition. The idea of creativity and how you hear the song is important. Um, and I think, there's such a vast catalog that we have to be relegated to, you know, 10 to 20 songs across every platform that people know. It's kind of like, give us some more credit. We got some more things going on. And I kind of feel like that's what happens when songs cross over and sounds cross over, really and truly. But that's kind of like my thoughts. Curious to hear what you guys,
I think that's a
final
good
thoughts,
point.
like you would say.
No, I think that's a good point, especially you can even draw a parallel to Sister Nancy's Bam Bam, right? Like that's her single in the same way for as to Don Penn. But I'm always intrigued when I see different people rifting and sampling Sister Nancy, but I'm like, when you, and for me it's like, I don't want to say I'm sick of this song because I truly do enjoy this song. I think I also, knowing the history of women in music and how that has operated and affected people's livelihoods in music, I'm like, Sister Nancy, get your coin, sis. So but again, that is, if that is your single, how do you feel about playing it as your sole single for the most of your life?
Also, I think what is very distinct about the Don Penn and the Sister Nancy is also something that we've talked about and explored. Sister Nancy was dancehall, early 80s dancehall, versus Don Penn was more in the reggae field, right? And so that would get more airplay than Sister Nancy. And Sister Nancy's Bam Bam is really getting a lot more airplay because it's sampled in hip hop. And because hip hop is now the dominant music form, it's like, oh, okay. And while the rest of us is like, we've been growing up hearing Sister Nancy, Charlie Chaplin, Brigade, all of these songs. So it's like, it's very interesting how because notice that Sean Paul is dancehall, let's be clear, but the way how Sean Paul is positioned, it's pop, So there's a very different, notice none of us, aside from Fever, which has like a pop feel, none of us on this list said any dancehall songs, heavy dancehall songs that we're like, yo, I'm tired of this song. And I'm done. We not say a Beanie Man. We don't say a Bounty yet. We don't say a Hardcore Vibes Cartel yet. So I think that's a pattern that I've noticed. It is
Mm.
a lot of the
The
reggae ish,
poppy
the
songs.
pop, the
Mhm.
reggae pop songs that we've noticed and we're tired of hearing. And what's interesting, it's not that Bounty or Beanie don't have crossovers, but we don't hear them a lot, and they had major crossovers, but we don't. To your point, Mikelah, the catalog is so vast. Why are we spinning these particular songs over and over again?
Chris,
What was the question?
final thoughts on the conversation.
Final thoughts. Listen, I really do think that, it's critical, and I feel like maybe DJ classes need to be had and all this other stuff, so people can.
You think
No. I'm serious, because
The president, the Prime Minister Andrew Holness said that he would like to start those today. It was on my timeline today, so there
I
will
lie.
be
I lie.
no sir,
Really,
no.
Andrea, yeah,
Me-
yeah,
What joke me I
You
make?
have to up there, up there, pan the news.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. This is what Breadfruit
Andrew
Media
says
Family
so.
is about.
Andrew
1, 2,
says
3,
so.
4. Yes.
Right.
Andrew.
Andrew says
No,
so.
no, because I need people to be more original, because like I said, it's like the music we're talking about, yes, it's good music, and yes, it's music that I get it, you want to play it and it's for the culture and it represents the culture, but then when you think about the catalog of hits like some of these artists have, is like we don't really get to hear it as much as we should. You know, sometimes I remember one time one of my brethren, I was at a party, DJ Gringo played something, and it was a song that I totally forgot was on this artist's album. I can't remember right now, but because it's never played, and the song was a hit song, but it just wasn't getting the play that it should. And this is what I'm talking about. So it's like, you know, I just feel like people need to come more correct, so that we can expose people to the talent that's really there, because there are a lot of talented artists putting out a lot of good music, but you keep hearing the same stuff over and over and again, because people again are afraid of being original. They just want to, everybody else is playing it, so let's play it too.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe the next episode, other than the lyrics episode, are songs that really should be played more and we don't hear enough of it. Really good songs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because
I can think of a whole lot.
we all know a bunch, but like
Yeah.
the sleeper song, which is not quite a
Mhm.
sleeper song, that's like,
Mhm.
yo, this song was just hot. Like, listen, that song on the last Sean Paul album with him and Damian Marley, I love that song. I keep
Oh
playing
yeah. Oh
it.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
keep,
Oh
oh
yeah.
God, that
Oh
song,
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
just
yeah.
beer vibes on that
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
good
we should do a show on some of the artists too that people slept on that was super
Underrated.
talented. Like
Sasha,
Left Side and
number
Esco.
one.
Like
Cam,
Left Side and Esco. Let's
Sasko,
talk about Left Side and
Cam.
Esco.
That's all I got.
Agent Sasko. Yeah, we can talk about that. I
agree.
mean, we can talk, you know,
The
these are artists that are like,
Sorry.
yo,
Right.
amazing. That people are not like talking about. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Well,
So
I know why, but we'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah,
like,
man. Yeah, man.
Like Dre and Snoop, we will save it for the next episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We are excited about just getting back to all of the good conversation. Thank you, Alexandria, Chris, and Kerry-Ann for joining me on today's episode. And until next time, Leah Tummy Peeps.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Style and Vibes podcast. If you like what you hear, and I know you do, share it with your friends and family. If you want more, make sure you visit styleandvibes.com and follow us on our social channels, Twitter and Instagram @Style and Vibes. Until next time, Leah Tummy Peeps.